Contestants, as always, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it's available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 1 bonus point. If not, there is a penalty, 1 point. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have 10 seconds to do so. And contestants, all of the questions are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. First set of questions will require about 10 seconds of your time, and I have a preamble to all schools, after which I will start with you, Chemu. I will mention a valve or valves, biological valve or valves. Indicate the direction of backflow of blood prevented by the valve in the mammalian heart. Let me repeat. Indicate the direction of backflow of blood prevented by the valve I mentioned to you in the mammalian heart. I hope you got the preamble. All right, so now, Chemu, the tricuspid valve. Yes, Nathaniel.
The tricuspid valve prevents the backflow of blood from the right ventricle to the right atrium of the human heart. You're right.
Presbyterian boys with the same preamble, the bicuspid valve. Otumfo.
It prevents the backflow of blood from the left ventricle to the left atrium.
You're right. With the same preamble, St. Peters, the semilunar valves. Yes, the Siao.
It prevents the backflow of blood from the aorta into the left ventricle.
No. For a bonus. Okay, so they prevent backflow into the ventricles. Oh, I have to give it to you. Into the ventricles. I'll give you 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Backflow into the ventricles from the aorta and pulmonary arteries. You didn't mention the pulmonary arteries. The sum of 3 consecutive integers is at least 33 and at most 39. List all possible values for the 3 integers. Bagonia.
So, we have the values to be 11, 12, 13, or then the other sets of values are 12, 13, and 14.
2 out of 3. For each case, there are 3 of them, okay? So you gave me one set. The others were 8, 10, and 12, and then 10, 12, and 14. And then for you, St. Peters, the set you missed out on was 10, 11, and 12. All right, next set of questions. 10 seconds each. All right, so Chemu, give the relative positions of the slag and the molten metallic ion in the blast furnace during the extraction of iron, and explain why those relative positions. Nathaniel.
The slag is found beneath the molten metallic ion and in the blast furnace. And this is because the slag contains impurities which make it more denser than the pure molten metallic iron.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you, Otumfo?
The slag is found on top of the molten metallic ion since it is less dense. And this is because it is to prevent the further oxidation of the metallic iron.
It's okay. Your major question. Biotechnology may be used to extract gold from its ore. Explain how this is done. Otumfo. Find the acceleration of the center of mass of a uniform solid sphere rolling without slipping down a plane inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Yes, Evans.
5 meters per second squared.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Which of you? Otumfo.
3.6 meters per second squared.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 7 meters per second squared. Your major question. Find the acceleration of the center of mass of a uniform hollow spherical shell rolling without slipping down a plane inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Otumfo.
3 meters per second squared.
Yes. St. Peters. Find the acceleration of the center of mass of a uniform hollow cylindrical shell, open at both ends, rolling without slipping, down a plane inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Yes, Bagonia.
2.5 meters per second squared.
Yes. Chemu, the sum of 3 consecutive even integers is at least 24 and at most 36. List all possible values for the 3 integers. Nathaniel.
6, 8, and 10.
1 out of 3. I'll tell you the reason later, all right? Okay. Presbyterian boys, the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers is at least 39 and at most 51. List all possible values for the 3 integers. Yes, Deborah.
Okay. The first set of integers is 11, 13, 15. The second set is 13, 15, 17. And the third set is 15, 17, 19.
You are right. St. Peters.
This can be done by the leaching of soil particles which contains some of the gold ores, and then the soil particles containing the gold ores are then crushed and washed to obtain the gold.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Yes, Bagonia.
In biotechnology, microbes are used and they are kept in solution with the gold and its ore. These microbes are able to take away, digest the impurities.
Your major question. Bauxite usually has sand and iron 3 oxide as impurities. Explain how aluminum oxide is separated from these impurities. Bagonia?
So the bauxite is dissolved in aqueous NaOH. And since the NaOH is basic, it is able to react with the silica, which is acidic, the SiO2, which is the silica, which is acidic, to dissolve it from the aluminum oxide, and also to dissolve it from the bauxite, leaving the Al2O3 alone. And also the NaOH is able to react with the Fe2O3 in order to dissolve it and separate it from the Al2O3 from the bauxite, hence leaving the Al2O3 alone.
1. Okay, so the aluminum oxide and silica dissolve in the concentrated solution of NaOH. The iron 3 oxide remains undissolved. So you get rid of that. But now you have a solution that contains the other things, right? And you want the aluminum. So what you do is aluminum hydroxide, AlOH3, will precipitate when you seed the solution. So you have to seed it, then it will precipitate. Next set, 10 seconds. And I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Parasitism is of different types, depending on the parasite size, characteristics, interaction with the host, and their life cycles. Some of the parasites can exist in multiple classifications, depending on the basis of the classification. Please explain the following types of parasitism. Did you get the preamble? One more time. Parasitism is of different types, depending on the parasite size, characteristics, interaction with the host, and their life cycles. Some of the parasites can exist in multiple classifications, depending on the basis of classification. Please explain the following types of parasitism, and I'm starting with you, Chemu. Mesoparasitism. Yes, Nathaniel.
This type of parasitism refers to a parasitic relationship between two individuals in which one is very large as compared to the other, and the smaller parasite lives outside or on the dermis of the bigger parasite.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay, so it's a type of parasitism where the parasite lives for a particular period of time within the host's body. We've learned something new, haven't we? All right. With the same preamble, Presbyterian boys, epiparasitism. Yes, Deborah.
Epiparasitism refers to a parasitic relationship in which the parasite lives on the skin of its host and derives shelter and nutrition from it.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. All right, so this is an interesting type of parasitism. It's a type of interaction between two parasites. Now, both of them are parasites, so can you imagine? Where one parasite is parasiting the other one. St. Peters, with the same preamble, brood parasitism. Begonia.
Brood parasitism is a type of parasitism in which the parasite depends on the organism or normally lives in a place such as lives on another organism known as the host and depends on it for shelter, nutrition, and protection, but normally stays in that particular host for a very long time.
Oh no. For a bonus. Oh, it's a type of parasitism where the parasites depend on the host to raise their young ones. So, the parasites are conserving energy, right? They are off having their own fun and then leaving their offspring for the host to spend extra energy taking care of them. Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, sometimes some of us do that. When we have children, we leave our children with our parents. We are parasiting on our parents to take care of our children for us while we go off and do other things. No, that's just a joke, please. Next set, 30 seconds. And I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. A lens maker uses zinc selenide to make thin spherical lenses for use in the infrared. Did you get your preamble? One more time. A lens maker uses zinc selenide to make thin spherical lenses for use in the infrared. All right, so now, Chemu, the refractive index of zinc selenide is 2.40 at 10.6 micron. Find the focal length of a plano-convex lens designed for use in ambient air at that wavelength whose curved surface has a radius of curvature of magnitude 70.0 centimeters. All right, which of you Otumfor?
50.0 centimeters.
Yes. Now your major question with the same preamble. The refractive index of zinc selenide is 2.50 at 0.920 micron. Find the focal length of a plano-concave lens designed for use in ambient air at that wavelength, whose curved surface has a radius of curvature of magnitude 120 centimeters. Otumfor.
Negative. Is it plano convex? Okay. Negative 80.0 centimeters.
You're right. St. Peters, with the same preamble, the refractive index of zinc selenide is 2.44 at 2.60 micron. Find the focal length of a biconvex lens designed for use in ambient air at that wavelength, whose curved surfaces each has a radius of curvature of magnitude 144 centimeters. Yes, Bagonia.
The focal length is positive 50.0 centimeters.
You are right. Next set. 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Factorize the cubic polynomial completely. My key word is completely. Factorize the cubic polynomial completely. Chemu, x cubed plus x squared minus 10x plus 10. For bonus. I'll go and come back, huh? Presbyterian boys with the same preamble. 2x cubed minus x squared minus 7x plus 6. For a bonus. All right, I'll be back. St. Peter's with the same preamble. X cubed minus 2x squared minus 13x minus 10. Yes, Bagonia?
So I have an expression into one bracket. X minus 3 multiplying another expression which is in bracket. X minus 2 multiplying another expression in bracket, x plus 5.
Yes. Evans.
Madam, we have into one bracket x plus 1, multiplying another bracket x minus 5, multiplying another bracket x plus 2. X plus 2.
Yes, you are right. Yes, you finally figured it out. Yes. So let me just give you a hint. For those of you working along, you must first find one factor. Once you find that, then it's easier to find the other ones. That's my hint. I won't tell you. But for your major question, the right answer was the expression x minus 1 multiplying the expression x minus 2 multiplying the expression x plus 4. Okay? And then for yours, Presbyterian boys, the right answer is the expression x minus 1 multiplying the expression x plus 2 multiplying the expression 2x minus 3. Okay. Next set, 10 seconds. Chemu, name the reagent that can be used to convert ethyl benzene into benzoic acid. Yes, Nathaniel.
Renee nickel.
Pardon?
Renee nickel.
No. For a bonus. The right answer is acidified KMnO4 solution, and it has to be hot. Presbyterian boys, what reagents are needed for the iodoform test?
We have NaOH solution and CH3I. That's iodomethane.
2. I shouldn't give it. Okay, my chemistry consultant says I shouldn't give you the 2. You did get the NaOH solution, but you need iodine. Okay, you can also use KOH solution. So NaOH or KOH solution and iodine. All right. St. Peter's, name the product formed when 1 butene is treated with dilute neutral KMnO4 solution? Begonia.
Butan 2-ol. Butan 2-ol.
That's incorrect. Yes, Otumfo.
1,2-butane-diol.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds. Ten seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. A ligand is any substance that forms a complex with a biomolecule to serve a biological purpose. I'm going to be going round. When I get to your school, please mention one, only one, of the 4 primary types of ligands that have their functional state determined by their 3-dimensional chemical conformation. Did you get it? Again. A ligand is any substance that forms a complex with a biomolecule to serve a biological purpose. When I get to your school, please mention one, only one of the 4 primary types of ligands that have their functional state determined by their 3-dimensional chemical conformation. No bonus this time, so I'm coming round. So Chemu, first choice. Yes, Evans?
Madam, Hemi.
The same thing. What did you say?
Him.
That's incorrect. Presbyterian boys? Yes, Deborah?
Bidentate ligand. Bidentate ligand.
No. And St. Peters? Yes, Sian?
Neutral ligands.
No. So there are 4 types of ligands, okay? 4 types. They can be substrates, they can be inhibitors, they can be activators, or they can be neurotransmitters. Those are the 4. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. A uniformly charged sphere of radius r carries a total charge q. That's the preamble. One more time. A uniformly charged sphere of radius r carries a total charge q. Chemu, find the ratio of the magnitude of the electric field at a point, a distance r/4 from the center of the sphere to that on the surface of the sphere. Evans.
Yeah, so 1:16.
That's incorrect for bonus. One-fourth. Presbyterian boys, find the ratio of the magnitude of the electric field at a point, a distance r/2 from the center of the sphere to that on the surface of the sphere. Deborah. 1:2. Yes. Of the magnitude of the electric field at a point a distance 2r from the center of the sphere to that on the surface of the sphere. Yes, Bagonia.
2:1. 2:1.
That's incorrect for bonus. Deborah.
1:2.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 1/4 or 1:4. All right. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Find the quadratic equation with integer coefficients having as one of its roots. Again, find the quadratic equation with integer coefficients having as one of its roots. Chemu, 3 plus 2√3. Evans.
X² minus 6x minus 12 equals 0.
Pardon?
X² minus 6x minus 12 equals 0.
That's incorrect. Go ahead.
X² minus 6x minus 3 equals 0.
Okay. With the same preamble, your major question. I am supposed to be warning you, right? Yes, first warning. Next time I start deducting. All right. With the same preamble. 4 minus 2√2.
X² minus 8x plus 8 equals 0.
Okay. St. Peters. With the same preamble. -5 plus 2√7. Bagonia, I see your hand up. Please go ahead.
The equation is x² plus 10x minus 3 equals 0.
Yes. Last set of questions for the round. Preamble to all schools, 30 seconds. Preamble. Ammonia gas burns in pure oxygen gas, 2 nitrogen gas, and steam. The balanced equation for the reaction is as follows. 4 NH3 gas plus 3 O2 gas going to 2 N2 gas plus 6 H2O gas. Also consider the following bond energies, all in kilojoule per mole. Nitrogen, hydrogen, single bond, 386. Oxygen, hydrogen, single bond, 459. Nitrogen, nitrogen, triple bond, 942. Nitrogen, oxygen, double bond, 607. And oxygen molecule, 494. I hope you got it. Oh, no. All right. Ammonia gas burns in pure oxygen gas to nitrogen gas and steam. The balanced equation for the reaction is as follows. 4 NH3 gas plus 3 O2 gas going to 2 N2 gas plus 6 H2O gas, steam. Also consider the following bond energies, all in kilojoule per mole. Nitrogen, hydrogen, single bond 386, oxygen, hydrogen, single bond 459, nitrogen, nitrogen, triple bond 942, nitrogen, oxygen, double bond 607, and oxygen molecule 494. All right, so now, Chemu, calculate the energy required to break all the necessary bonds in the combustion of ammonia gas in pure oxygen. Yes, Evans?
Madam, 6,114 kilojoules per mole.
You are right. Presbyterian boys with the same preamble. If the energy required to break all the bonds in the combustion is 6,114 kilojoules, calculate the enthalpy change for the reaction. Deborah.
Negative 1,278 kilojoules per mole.
Yes. Last question of the round, St. Peters with the same preamble. In the presence of a platinum catalyst, ammonia burns in oxygen to give nitrogen 2 oxide and steam, and the balanced equation is as follows: 4 NH3 gas plus 5 O2 gas going to 4 NO gas plus 6 H2O gas. If the energy required to break all the necessary bonds is 7,102 kilojoules, and assuming that the NO molecule contains nitrogen-oxygen double bond, calculate the enthalpy of reaction. Is that hand up, Sian? Go ahead.
It'll be negative, right? So we have yes, positive 834 kilojoules per mole.
That's incorrect. Yes, Deborah.
Negative 834 kilojoules per mole.
Yes. And that's the end of the first round. At the end of the first round, Chemu Senior High School has 8 points. St. Peters Senior High School has 12 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 24 points.